Welcome back, Pokefans, to part 6 of my Pokemon Flora Sky series. Last episode, we made our way through Route H, which was the cycling road of this game. This episode, we'll be going ahead and exploring Route I. In order to come to this route, you do have to go ahead and go through the right path of Route H, and you'll be able to find the entrance to Route I. Alright. Today we are going to be also going ahead and exploring a new city, as well as maybe check out the gym over there. I'm not really sure if we are going to have a gym battle in this episode or do we have it in another city, so we do have to check out on that. Alright, here we have the first pair of trainers. As you might have seen, the first trainer was actually a standing trainer and the second one was running around. You can actually go ahead and battle them one after the other, but since I do prefer having a double battle more than a single battle, I just decided to do so. I don't think they have currently blocked the way. I think there is a way around them both, so I think we are still good having this double battle with them. Now, regarding the level in which my current Pokemons are, I feel like that is pretty good for now. We do have a rival battle coming up with Brandon, so I'm actually quite excited for that as well. And I think the current level in which my team members are should be fitting for that battle. If not, we can definitely go ahead and try to use more than 2 Pokemons or 3 Pokemons in our team, so that should actually help. Either way, I'll still have my healing items, and since this is not a Nuzlocke challenge, I think it's still gonna be pretty easy. Alright, we are doing pretty good, and I have actually gone ahead and given the experience share to Growlithe so it can actually level up. I feel like at the level which we caught it, which was level 5, it's too low, and I think that's actually a trend in this game. I feel like no matter how far you go in this game, the Pokemons that you will find around you, that is in any route, they're actually quite underleveled, which is gonna be a problem at some point for us if we are gonna be trying to add a new Pokemon to our team. But for currently, I think it will actually make it a bit easier for you to level up with the Pokemons around you. Alright. We have defeated the first 2 pair of trainers, and it seems like we do have a way around. Let me quickly go ahead and pick up the berries, and we can actually go around and battle all the trainers in this route. Now I do remember there were quite some trainers in this route, even though this is actually a very short route, which is again another trend in this game. You never find a longer route in this game. All of these routes are quite short. But they are kind of packed with a lot of trainers, which means they do kind of help us with leveling up our team members. Even though we do level up our team members with the trainers, I still feel like we are going to be still underleveled for the 3rd gem, which I should presume will be around level 30. Either way, we can just go around battling all the trainers, see what level we are, and then maybe train our Pokemons later to get the level that we want to. Alright, I think we can actually go ahead and go through the other direction since this was a dead end, which means I do have to go through here, and we have another hiker trainer coming up, which means I should be able to defeat him with my Grotto. Now, regarding my Gyarados, I feel like it has still not learned a water type move, which is gonna be a bit of a trouble. I'm hoping it will learn a water type move sometime, because having a water type Pokemon in your team and it not having a water type move is quite troublesome. If it doesn't really learn any water type move, I might have to switch it out. I think I'll go ahead and just check out which other water type Pokemon is available, and maybe would have to switch it to that. Alright, it's really nice to see a Sandile as usual. Even though I'm not going to be using it in this playthrough since I already have a Grottle who will evolve into a ground type. But it's still cool. I would definitely recommend anyone else who's playing with me to go ahead and use a Sandile. It's an amazing Pokemon and it has an amazing, I guess, type. Quite powerful as well. Alright, here we have a Baltoy, which is another really cool Pokemon, and I used to always use this in my team whenever I played the third generation games. Especially when I used to play Emerald, I used to definitely go ahead and use this one in my team. It is quite strong. It is a bit slower side, but it does have a really good defense and special defense, so it is quite tanky. Now we do have another hiker over here who is actually blocking an entrance. He won't be letting us to go through it until we are in the further game. I think we need to have at least 3 or 4 badges before we can actually go through this. There are a lot of areas in this game where we have been skipping, especially the area where we have these cut trees, which I'm pretty sure we have seen like 4 to 5 areas. And I think we'll be able to get that in a late game. But if we do get cut TM, I'll definitely go ahead and cover out all of these areas, because we do have some really good Pokemons that are available, as well as really good items that are available once you get this TM. Alright, that was a Riolu that we just defeated, which is quite nice. I think I haven't seen one in this game till now, and I'm really glad that it's in this game. If you guys are interested, definitely go ahead and try Riolu. It's always pretty good. Alright, here we have another trainer who's actually a Pinker. I presume she will go ahead and have some grass type Pokemons. And she has a Lickitung. Now that's very unique. I don't really see NPCs using Lickitung that much, and it's quite nice to see one being used over here. And as you can see, Emolga is actually doing quite a lot of damage on most of these Pokemons. Even though it is a electric type Pokemon, it is able to hold its own, and that actually makes me quite happy. I'm really happy that I was able to get this one. Alright, here is a Combi who should go down for a Spark as well. When we were talking about the headbutt tree before, I did forget to mention a Pokemon that we only get over there. And that's actually a Petilil. Now Petilil is quite rare in the headbutt tree. Personally, I haven't encountered it over there, just because I think I just went around near the headbutt tree for 10 minutes. I think you do have to be more than that. As far as I know, or according to the guides that I have seen online, you will be able to find a Petilil in that tree, but it's quite rare. So if you do want to use one, you can definitely try and check it out. Petilil is a unique Pokemon, and I really like it in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Petilil does have a newer evolution in that game, and it looks amazing. That might be the reason why I really like it in that game. Anyway, here it seems like the NPC actually has a Emolga. That's nice. Whenever I have to fight a Emolga, I don't really know what to use. I feel like rock type moves do a lot of damage to it, but I don't really have a rock type move in my team, which means I still have to try using Iron over here. Alright, it seems like it's paralyzed. Oops, okay. One more headbutt should take down the Emolga, but it almost took me down. I mean, that was a crit hit, which took almost like 50 HP from my Pokemon. That is actually quite dangerous. Let me actually quickly heal my team member and we can move on further. I think we have 2 more trainers on this route. One is this hiker right here, who should be having some kind of ground type Pokemon. And since he does have a Geodude, I can't really use my Emolga anymore, so I do have to switch it out. Alright, let me actually switch it out to Grottle. I feel like it's the only Pokemon that can actually take down these guys. I wish again Gyarados would have learned a Water type move, which it hasn't. Alright, Razor Leaf should do the trick, and it has taken down the Geodude. Not bad. And of course, Emolga is still leveling up pretty slowly, considering we are sharing its EXP with Growlithe. but I feel like it's almost there. Just 2 to 3 level and Emolga should be able to catch up with my team members as well. If I remember correctly, the next city is called Taste City, and that's where we're actually going to go ahead to. We do have another volcanic route which is called, I believe, Mount Fury path, and it does have a lot of fire type Pokemons in it. But the main thing that's actually exciting me is that Taste City will actually have a supermart, which means we are able to get all of the items that we need, especially the super repel, which I really need badly. I will probably go ahead and buy some. I would definitely recommend you guys to buy some super repels and repels if you can. Just because the next route that we're going to, which is going to be Route J, is going to be a desert area. And in the desert area, you will be able to find Pokemons that will have Arena Trap as their ability, which means if you encounter them, it's very difficult to run away. You do have to defeat them before you can actually run. So I would definitely recommend having a super repel or two just to go through that route, and then maybe come back for your encounters once you reach the next city. Alright, here we have the last trainer in Route I, who is actually an electric type trainer. Quite nice. But I think I want to use my Curlia over here just to make sure it levels up to level 26. As you might know, at level 26, Curlia will actually learn Psychic, which is a very strong Psychic type move, and I really wanted to learn that. That's the reason why I'm trying to use it over here. Unfortunately, it did not level up in that battle that we had, so I do have to wait for the next battle. Alright, here we are in Mount Fury path, and as you can see, we will be able to find a Machop over here as well. But since I don't really require a fighting type Pokemon, I'll just go ahead and ignore it. Alright, it seems like we do have a Team Magma team member over here, which is quite weird. I mean, this guy is just randomly standing over here, and it seems like he's actually guarding another entrance. Now, I don't think we are able to go ahead and go to that place right away. I feel like we have to come back over here in a later stage to be able to access that part of this cave. So for now, the only thing that we can do is just defeat this guy and move on. Alright, let me actually go ahead and switch up my team. I think Emolga is just about done. It doesn't really have enough PP, and I feel like using Gyarados is better for a Torkoal. I have used Torkoal before in my team, and it is very slow, which is one of its disadvantage. I mean, it is a really good Pokemon, but being very slow has its own disadvantages, especially if you're slower than your opponent who could have a ground type move to take you down. So it was a bit difficult for me using Torkoal, but it is a solid fire type Pokemon. If you're able to deal with its speed, I think you should be able to have a good time using it in your team. Alright, here we have a Coughing. Now this is also another Pokemon that you can encounter over here. Quite good. I have personally used a Coughing as well before, and it is a solid Pokemon as long as you make sure it doesn't get hit by a Psychic type move. Alright, we do have Nimble over here as well, but Nimble is one of those very tough fire type Pokemons to use because of its typing. Once Numel evolves, it actually becomes a fire and ground type Pokemon, which means it has a 4 types weakness to water type move. So if you're using a Numel, it is gonna be a bit slower side, just like Torkoal, and you do have to be very careful against the opponent that you're going against. Alright, here we are in Taste City, which means we are able to go ahead and explore the space. I think the first thing I'll do is just heal up my team members, and then check out the huge building that's right next to this Pokemon Center, which is actually a shopping mall. So let me go ahead and do that. We do have a few trainers over here as well that we can actually battle before the rival battle itself. So I will go ahead and battle all the trainers as well. Now I did go ahead and explore the shopping mall, and it does have some really good items, especially the soda pop, the lemonade that you get in the 5th floor, that is really good. I prefer using lemonade than buying the super potions or potions, just because our lemonades are cheaper and they do heal up your team members way more than any other item. So I did go ahead and buy some of them. Back here, I am actually going ahead and exploring the beach. As I mentioned before, we do have a few trainers that we can actually battle over here. And this is actually not a necessary battle. You don't really have to go ahead and battle these trainers right away. Later point, when you get surfing TM, you can definitely come back during that point and battle these trainers as well. But after seeing the level in which the Pokemons are currently, I feel like you are able to battle them right away. Alright, here we have a few of these Pokemons. First is a Machop, which I was able to take down with my Emolga. And we have defeated this trainer over here. Alright, so let me actually pick up that item. I'm just trying to check out if there are any items on these shells. While I was playing this game, I actually didn't realize it was a denotion of shelter. I just thought it's random shells on the beach. But actually it is a sprite for the Pokemon shelter, which is very weird and something that never occurred to me while playing. That's the reason why you can see me just going ahead and trying to interact with the shells, thinking that we'll be able to find some hidden item in them. Either way, here is our next trainer, and he has a Wingull. That is gonna be pretty easy for my Emolga, even though the Wingull is almost at the same level as I am. Alright, pretty good leveling up for both Growlithe and Emolga in this episode. I'm hoping that Growlithe will be at least at level 22 to 23 when by the end of this episode at least. That's what I'm hoping for, but let's see how it goes. Alright, here we have another trainer who actually has 2 Pokemons. And I believe this is the first time we're seeing a Bizzle in this game. Quite nice. If I get a chance to use this Pokemon, I will definitely use it in my team. I have skipped using it in my Brilliant Diamond Nuzlocke challenge. And I feel like this is one of those Pokemon that is super speed and has some really good attack. So if I do find a Bizzle in my game, just randomly when I'm surfing or when I'm just trying to, use my good draw, I'll definitely go ahead and try to use this one. Right? There is nothing else in this beach, I believe. Other than few more trainers. I believe this is the last pair of trainers that we have. Other than this, we do have a gym in this town, but I highly doubt that we can actually battle it. I mean, if we can, we'll definitely go ahead and cover up that gym in this episode as well. Alright, the kid actually has a Mudkip. Now that's really nice. I am a huge fan of Mudkip. It's one of my favorite 3rd gen starter, and I am so happy seeing one here. I really know that this game also has a Mudkip in it, so if I do get a chance to catch it, I will definitely catch that Pokemon and use it in my team. Swampert is amazing and I just really want to use it in my team. I believe that there is a chance that we will find one in this city itself. But let's see, that is going to be for the future, not for this episode. Alright, let's make our way back. I'll go ahead and heal up my team members one last time and we can definitely go ahead and go to this gym. Alright, here we are and we have a small cutscene with Brandon over here, and he is going to be challenging us for a battle. It has been quite long. I believe that we have battled him at the beginning of this game and it's really nice to see him over here again. Alright, he actually has a Natu in his team. That is quite unique. The only place you will be able to find a Natu, I believe, is going to be in the Safari Zone, which is going to be in the next town that we are going to, so we won't be able to catch this Pokemon right away. Right, he is actually gonna be switching out into his starter Pokemon, which is Genchar. In this case, it's gonna be his evolved Pokemon Minfono. Quite nice, but I still feel like Infusion should be able to do a lot of damage to it, and I think this is the battle where we'll be leveling up to get to Psychic as well. Alright, there we go. We have taken down his last Pokemon, which is Minfono. Now that is actually quite surprising. I was not expecting him to have only 2 Pokemons at this point. I mean, you have already got 2 gym badges, so you should be at least having 3 to 4 Pokemons in your team. But I guess not. And since we have leveled up, we are able to get Psychic move into our team. So that's pretty amazing. Alright, we have battled him and won against him. Alright, he's also gonna be adding himself to the match call feature. Quite nice. And as he just tells over here, we are unable to actually challenge this gym. So we do have to go to Tarzoro city, which is the next city we are gonna make our way to. Alright, he's actually gonna give us the Go Goggles as well. So that is actually quite important item to go ahead and cross the desert area. So we do need it. Now, as the dialogue says, something unseeable is on the way, so we won't be able to go to this gym right now. Alright, I guess we are gonna be going back to Route H and the Pokemon Center that we saw before. That is where we have to move on forward to. So let me make my way over there and I'll see you guys soon. Alright, here we are in Route J and we do have a lot of trainers in this route. Just now I think I mentioned that this game doesn't have a really large route, but I think the route that we are gonna be going next to is gonna be a bit larger than the other routes that we have in this game. And as you can see, the Pokemons are quite higher level over here. This Terravia is at level 22, which is like almost as much as my Pokemons are. So I would definitely recommend you guys to go ahead and level up your team members just before, I guess, Route J, just to make sure that you are able to battle all of the trainers in this route as well as win them. Now, since this route is really long, I won't be going ahead and exploring it completely in this episode. We may be able to go ahead and battle a few of these trainers and then just take this up in the next one. And since we are going to the desert area, you'll be able to find a lot of ground type Pokemons. If you don't have Turtwig as your starter, I would definitely recommend you guys to add one of these Pokemons to your team. There are a lot of dragon type Pokemons that you'll be able to find over here as well. You'll be able to find Trapinch, you'll be able to find Sandile, there's Gibble as well. You can also go ahead and get a Hippotos to your team. And Cacnea over here will be available. If you don't have a grass type Pokemon or a ground type Pokemon, this is the area for you to go ahead and add them to your team. Now the reason why I am mentioning this is because the next gym that we are going to is actually a electric type gym. So if you have got yourself a Sandile or Trapinch in this area, they are going to be helping you a lot for the next gym. I mean, the only thing would be probably you would have to train them up. That would probably be the thing, but other than that, they are definitely going to help you a lot in the next gym. Personally, I don't think I'll go ahead and add any one of them since I have Grottle, but I think if I do add one of them, probably they'll just help me pass out this third gym. Either way, here we have the trainer who actually has a Haunter. This is quite nice. I really like this Pokemon. I have used this before in my Shining Pearl playthrough and it is amazing. If you do get a chance to catch this Pokemon, which I believe you'll be able to find in the Mount Fury route path that we just went through. If not, I think I will have to check out where we'll be able to find it. That is the only place I believe we can find. But it is an amazing Pokemon. you will be able to make really good use of it because it's very fast and it does have a really good special attack as well. Alright, here we are going ahead and going to the desert route, and as you can see, the minute I step into the sand, you have encounters coming up like this. And of course, I really like Trapinch as well. I'm really partial to dragon type Pokemons, and personally I have used Trapinch so many times in my team, like countless, and I really enjoy using it in my team, which means it's quite tempting for me to add this one to my team currently, but I'm gonna be stopping myself and not gonna be using this one. But if you guys have a space that's empty in your team and you don't have a ground type Pokemon, definitely would recommend this Pokemon to your team. It is fast, it is amazing, and it does learn some variety of moves as well. Alright, we are gonna be having quite a few trainers in this route. Most of them are gonna be probably just hikers. But we do have a few of these trainers who are picnickers, but they do have ground type Pokemon. As you can see, here we have a Krokorok, which is the first time we're actually seeing one. And probably I should have switched out Emolga. I mean, having a electric type Pokemon in a ground type area is really not good. Either way, let me quickly switch into Grottle, and he should be able to take down the Krokorok with ease. Alright, almost took down the Krokorok with one hit, but sadly we do have to go ahead and try this one again. This time I'll definitely go ahead using Bite, and that should be able to take it down. One issue with the desert route is just that the sandstorm will be just affecting your team members constantly, so it's better to have some healing items just to heal them up. Personally, I think you can definitely go back to the Pokemon Center, which is quite close. But if you don't want to go back to the center, you can definitely heal your team members as well. Alright, here we have another trainer. Let's quickly go ahead and battle this one as well. Alright, let's see which type of Pokemon this trainer will have. It's quite nice to see trainers having unique kind of Pokemons in these games. That is one of the main reasons why I like to play ROM hacks. It's just better. Pokemon games really, they need to actually update the trainer Pokemons, because sometimes if you go through a route, most of the trainers in that route will have the same Pokemon. So it's quite boring when it gets to that. But over here you can see definitely all of these trainers had unique Pokemons, and it does have a unique challenge to that. Since it was a Petalil, I did decide to go ahead and bring out my Growlithe, who should be able to take it down, even though the sandstorm is gonna be hitting us as well. Alright, that was pretty good. Ember does do a lot of damage, but I'm actually expecting it to learn Flame Wheel, which I'm not really sure when Growlithe will actually learn. If it does learn anytime soon, it is gonna help us a lot in the upcoming gym battle as well. Alright, that was pretty easy, and she does have a Voltoy, which means I do have to switch out. I think we can just go ahead and use Grottle over here, and I guess we can actually take it down with a few hits. Thankfully, Voltoy can't really do too much damage, even though it is a part psychic type, and it does learn Confusion. Right, let's go ahead and quickly use Bite, which did a lot of damage. Not bad. I feel like using Razor Leaf would have definitely did a lot of more damage than Bite. And we have taken it down as well. Not bad. I feel like the trainers in these routes are not too difficult. It's just the gym leaders in this game that is tougher. Alright, here we have another item, which is actually the TM for Sandstorm. Quite good if you're going ahead and using a ground type team member in your team. I think that will help. Alright, I think my main goal over here would probably be just going ahead and going to the end of this route, which I believe is that you have to go to the left side and not down, but I'm just going to go down south just to see how many trainers we are going to have to battle in order to go to the next city. Again, this route is quite large, so I don't think I'll be able to cover all of it in this episode, but we can definitely go ahead and check out what's in the south before we go back and end out this episode. Alright, over here we do have Krokorok, and I just decided to use Gyarados since it does have Dragon Rage. For now, I feel like Dragon Rage is a really good move, at least until we have Pokemons to level 40. After that, I don't think Dragon Rage is gonna be helping us as much as it did now. Alright, and for some reason, I'm actually missing the moves, which is pretty sad. Gyarados is hitting itself, which means I may or may not have to switch out at some point. Alright, let's try that one again, and let's hope we are able to hit the Krokorok in this turn. And I think we need one more turn to take it down. I'm not really sure if my Gyarados is gonna go down before the Krokorok, but we just have to see on that. Alright, thankfully it did snap out of confusion, but unfortunately it wasn't able to hit. And that's really bad. Okay, one more turn. One last turn to take down the Krokorok, and oops, okay, never mind. I guess we are okay, not gonna be going down, so we do have one more turn. So let's try this one last time, and we were able to take down the Krokorok. Now that was tough. I think I could have switched out, but I just didn't want to switch out over there, so we did go ahead and use Gyarados. But he's actually switching out into a Gyarados, which is the first time we're seeing it. It's gonna be one of the fossil Pokemons that is available in this game, and you can definitely go ahead and try using this as well. But Gyarados is quite trickier to use. I have seen people use it, and it's really tricky. It doesn't really have any kind of defense, so if you're able to take down your opponent in one hit, then I would definitely go for Gyarados, but if not, I think it's gonna be quite difficult. Now, since we have actually explored half of the desert route, that is Route J, I feel like it's a good place for me to go ahead and heal up my team members as well as end out this episode. In the next episode, we'll go ahead and explore the Route J completely, move on forward to the next town as well, and see if we can actually get our third gym badge. So thank you all for watching my video. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. It helps me a lot and motivates me to put out these episodes. And I'll see you guys in the next one.